land, the excruciating poverty. And I think, the Sultan and well-meaning Nigerians have also said one or two things about the need for the government to do something quickly to tackle the excruciating poverty in the land. And these are things that have been aggravated by policies of government. It's not, we can't blame any other people other than the government who have come up with some of these policies. And we want, it's just that we don't pay attention to these things. When the conversation was on, subsidy must go. And we said that, look, even though there are questions about the subsidy regime, we need to be very methodical about the way that issue will be handled, because what will come from the way the government was announcing it at that time, or saying it at that time, is what you're now seeing. And you can't have this level of poverty in the land, say, without having corresponding insecurity. One thing will lead to one thing. And poverty, whether you like it or not, will engender high level of insecurity. And that's what we are dealing with too. Kidnapping everywhere. So the thing is for the government to now sit down and look for the most enduring, sustainable, and meaningful way to tackle the poverty in the land. Short-term, medium-term, long-term solutions. And I'm going to say that the idea of sharing money, sharing rights and peace and all of those kinds of things is just really scratching the surface. It will not solve any problem. During the Buhari government, we kept sharing money. What did that solve? Did it solve any problem? So, my honest opinion, because again, the conversation is ongoing now. We have run into this crisis by removing subsidy where it was removed without any clear plan as to how to mitigate the effect of what will come from it. The conversation is on now too, that subsidy on electricity can no longer be sustained, and so it has to be removed. Even though we are still questioning how we came about these figures. And then the issue of sharing money, again, the governors are going to meet with the president. I'm hoping that the president will not fall for their antics again of giving them money to go and share. 2 billion was given before.
Yeah.
And we didn't see anything. Even though I knew that 2 billion was just dashing them the money. It wasn't going to change anything. Now, consistently after subsidy has been removed, enough money is being shared. That's why so people like Mr. Fᴜᴜ and SAN is asking questions. Because the promise was that when subsidy is removed, the money saved will be used to now improve the lives of the people.
Yeah. What
have we been doing with that money now? Where is the benefit of subsidy removal now? And so the same question we are asking ourselves. You can see that the governors are not complaining again. Because what they used to get before subsidy was removed, they are now getting times 3 of it. Do you know that despite the money, some of these governors have still not been able to clear the backlog of pensions and salaries they are owing? Are you also aware that despite getting times 2 of what they used to get before, some of these governors are still not paying the minimum wage? Some of them are not even doing anything called wage awards in their state. In most of those states, infrastructure is still poor. They are not able to fix the roads in their state. They are not able to provide health care. The hospitals are still empty. In most of these states, children are still sitting on the floor. They can't even give basic free education to the people. Despite getting times 3. And so that was why I said that the economic outlook of this government from day one was to take money from the people, aggregate it to make more money for government, with the promise that they are going to use the money to better the lives of the people. And I say that, look, that kind of thinking cannot work when you have an extremely corrupt political class. Because whether you like it or not, the monies you are putting together, you still have to run it through a very corrupt political class that will swallow the money. And so with all of the money government is making now, how has it translated to better living for Nigeria? So the Sultan has said what we have been saying. It's not as if the Sultan has said anything new that we have not said. But if they don't listen to us, maybe they will listen to the Sultan now. The government has to do something quickly to address the excruciating poverty in the land. Because you are heading for the precipice. That's why I think this one is.
Thank you very much, Fuad, for finalizing your thoughts on these stories. We're now going to open the phone lines. For those of you who are just joining us, you probably didn't catch the first segment of the show. That's for Trends in the Papers. We reviewed the papers and some of the stories that were repeated across all the papers happen to be the forex crisis that is now pushing petrol subsidy to as high as 907.5 billion naira monthly, and we don't know about the sustainability of these payments. It's just confirmation that it's possible that subsidy has returned on PMS, because according to the marketers, we should be paying as high as 1,200 naira per litre, but we're still paying around 600. So that means that the government is definitely doing something to subsidize PMS, which is now sums up to about 907.5 billion naira monthly. That's about 500 naira per litre is how much the government is paying on PMS. There's also conversations about the sultans and the northern leaders telling the government that they can no longer pacify the people, as some sort of agitation or rebellion, in a manner of speaking, is starting to brew amongst the people, and they are no longer in control of the situation. And so the government should do something to at least minimize, if not eradicate, poverty and hunger in the land. The reaction of the government to this is that it is the opposition, that's the PDP, governors, that are making statements that are causing the people to turn against the government. And so the opposition parties should stop making sentences, or stop making statements rather, that turns the people against the government, and maybe we would not be in the situation that we're in at this time. The Senate has also begun the constitution review. A 45-man committee has been put together to review the constitution, and also the reps have about 44 reps started canvassing that we should consider going back to a parliamentary system of government in 2031. That is after the president might have completed his second term. That's if he's re-elected for a second term. This is just a brief summary of some of the stories we analyzed, for those of you who would like to talk about that. But if you don't want to, you are not obligated to do that. You can raise any story that you like, as long as it's radio friendly, and we can accommodate such thoughts on radio. Everybody has 2 minutes for their submission, so please stick within the 2 minutes allotted to you. Join us on Facebook, Mainland 98.3 FM. Let's take our first phone call for the morning. Hello.
How are you this morning?
Mr. Ambrose, pleasure to have you. Good morning.
Good morning. What about Fuad?
He's very well, thank you.
We thank God for another day. Sage.
Yes.
They say 2031. Our constitution is not the problem. Our constitution is not the problem. Is it not the same constitution that they are using in America? The problem of this country is corruption. It's not the constitution. Is it not the system they use in America? You see, we are just, we are a bunch of jokers in this country. And we are not thinking, we are not thinking ahead. That's why we are where we are today. The Naira is plunging every day. Nobody is talking about how to rescue the Naira. We tell you, we say that importation is causing the inflation. I don't know whether Benin Republic manufactures anything. So for me, if we look at this country, I've been saying it and I want to say it again. The president knows what to do. What is he supposed to do? He should, as a matter of urgency, stop everybody from going abroad, including himself. Stop everybody children from going to school abroad, including the children of the politicians. And let us see if this country will not be okay. And then become transparent. They are not transparent now. See the way this president is lavishing money here and there. You give 500 million, 10 billion, 5 billion, and they tell us there is no money. It is well. It is well.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, let's take another phone call. Hello.
Hello. Good morning, Madam Sage.
Good morning to you, sir.
My friend for God bless you.
You too.
Yes. On my today. My name is Barrister Peter.
Yes.
Calling from Mainland.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes. My take on open mic today is that the current situation we find ourselves is alarming, and it is by the same politicians, these same politicians that are trying to find solution. And in my opinion, they are not capable of finding solution because there is no sincerity. You have problem, living large and popularizing Nigerians, your fellow countrymen as if they are slaves, animal farm. And then now you want to discuss how to solve the problem. It's a lie. They cannot find solution to it. We have to find solution to our problem. That we must do as a people. This is our country. We have to decide what will happen to better our livelihood. Not these politicians. They have no empathy. No empathy. So my suggestion right away is that we have to prefer short-term and long-term solutions. The strength of all short-term, the politician, that is Ebola Tinubu, the president, will take immediate action.
Thank you, Barrister Peter. We appreciate you for your call. Okay, we have someone on Facebook who says that they don't have the WhatsApp number. All right, the phone line, let me just give out all the numbers. The phone line is 0913 6000 410. 0913 6000 410. That's for phone calls. If you want to send a text message or a WhatsApp message, is 0913 6000 430. 0913 6000 430. That's for WhatsApp and text messages. But the phone line 0913 6000 410. We're also on Facebook, Mainland 98.3 FM. Let me take two more calls and then we can take a few other WhatsApp Facebook messages that we've gotten so far. Hello. Yes, morning to you, sir.
Good morning,
Welcome.
Yes. First of all, my point is I want to comment on the northern traditional rulers that came out to tell the federal government that they should find solution to scarcity of food. Well, but what are they looking? When President Muhammadu Buhari was there, when headers are not allowing farmers to go to farm, throughout the country, where are they that time? We need to tell ourselves the truth. This thing has been migrating all along when President Muhammadu Buhari, is the president of this country, where headers are killing people, farmers, and these are the consequences. When food is not available, farmers is not having the opportunity to go to farm. Look at the killing in the Plateau State, so many places. So it is not this time, they're supposed to have come up all along because the country belongs to us. So we need to say the fact to ourselves. On the issue of parliamentary, I think the Mr. Fawad will need to elaborate to members the importance of parliamentary system. Because I agree with the people that this democracy we are running is very expensive. It's not all going well for us, and in fact, it's different from American democracy. So the democracy we are running is the democracy for the allies, and it's making the people more poorer. So I agree with them on that. On the electricity, well, it's unfortunate. The electricity we have, I think last year the power holding or whatever they call themselves has increased tariffs so many times. So I don't know what the minister is talking about. That the government is not having the capacity to subsidize. So what is the responsibility of the government on the security? I want to call the attention of Lagos State government and Nigerian police for the benefit of security. Along the before beggar, along the edge, the long bridge, there used to be some police. But we don't know whether they are fake. Accompany trucks to down to Lagos, and Lagos State government should wake up with their responsibility to checking out the truck. Most of these trucks they camouflage under the cow, under the cow, the tendency of following the cow to Lagos. So they should wake up with the responsibility. These police, we don't know whether they are fake or they are genuine police. I don't assign them to this job.
Thank you,
that is one.
Thank you very much. It's 2 minutes per person. You already spoke above 2 minutes. I just wanted you to get that information out there, was why I gave the extra time. But please, let's be very conscious. 2 minutes for each person. All right, please. Hello. Okay, call us back if that was you. My apologies. Hello.
Hello, Babalola, how are you?
Very well, thank you, Prince Wires. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Number one, in 50,000 given by Lagos State government, I supported this and I want more to do more. So, but if you give 50,000 today, I'll spend it nice wisely. So, that 50,000, let us do more for more people to get the money. That's number one. Number two, the National Assembly is taking a right decision now. If they can back up with this parliamentary system, they have been saying several times that this democratic representation approach from America is a big mistake from our elderly people since 1979, when we adopt this type of American system. It doesn't otherwise too expensive and still with corruption. If they can go straight through with this parliamentary system of government that we operated during our Wဃᴜᴜᴜ, Asiku, Ahmadu Bello, that's the best system of government. That for that. And for the northern leaders that complain about, yes, that's right. But when he's supposed to talk at the right time, we say, "Farmer can't go to this." These people, they never speak, they say anything on the right time. We, the supporter of Buhari, then we criticize him when necessary, we praise him when necessary, and that's how it's supposed to be. You get going to Aso Rock to go and talk to that man, then they didn't do that. Now, you have another time to the show, you now complain openly. If you want to go into Aso Rock, talk to Mr. President. Argument at the end of the day, you got agreement. And I want to go back to the Aso Rock, Mr. President. Please and please, we need special order for life. To supply that road at 74 local government. Set up a center that they will diffuse it to the public by control price. If grain they release now, if you don't go to few hands and they can hold it, but what is a place where we can buy the control price, that is only for Nigeria.
Thank you, Prince.
Can I talk?
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for your call. Let's go to Facebook for a little bit. We have messages here. Akongbe Benjamin says, "Good morning, Sage. I agree with Pastor Ambrose. The constitution is not the problem. Our problem is corruption. Even if we have a new constitution, judges will manipulate it in favor of the politicians." All right, Benjamin, thank you. Still on Facebook, Basil Chika says, "Bandits are now raping women. Criminality is now taking another dimension. Banditry, abductions, collecting of ransom, foodstuff, motorcycles, and even payment of tax. This has graduated to raping women by these criminals in the country where there is a government. Sometimes it looks as if we're jokers in the country. Our state actors seem to have succumbed to the non-state actors. On the Sultan's cry for help, you can only hear their voices when it comes to the core north. Where were they when the people of Plateau, Southern Kaduna, and Benue were slaughtered in the thousands on a daily basis? It's quite unfortunate where we have found ourselves." Chika Bende from Trade Fair, Lagos. All right, thank you, Chika. Fᴜᴜ Bernice says, "Subsidy removal is a scallywag. The government keeps making more money for those in government at the detriment of the ordinary poor masses. There is God." Fᴜᴜ, thank you very much for your message. I'm still reading from Facebook. Issa Benjamin here says, "Good morning, Mainland FM crew. Nigeria government sometimes makes statements that are not very reasonable. Where is the lies that they say is being I don't know what you're trying to tell me here. I think you're trying to say, where is lights that they're saying they're paying subsidy on? I think that's what you're trying to say. For me, they're subsidizing darkness. If the government stops subsidizing everything, then what is the role of government? Today, the government can't even secure the people. There's hardly medical care for the people. There's no education, etc. President Tinubu promised Nigerians available and affordable electricity. 9 months down the line, Nigeria is still in darkness. Where is the renewed hope promised by President Tinubu? Hunger, insecurity, hardship, killing on an all-time high. Tinubu should please take charge and save the nation before it becomes too late." Benjamin from Shogunle is the author of that particular message. Thank you very much. Keep your messages coming in via Facebook, Mainland 98.3 FM. You can also use the WhatsApp platform if you like, or just call directly into the studio 0913 6000 410. I think that we can take messages from WhatsApp, but maybe we should take phone calls first. Let's take a couple phone calls first before we do WhatsApp. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, morning to you, sir.
Good morning, sir.
He's with us. Please go on.
Yes. Let me say something this morning. We have started again. Now we are making it look as if maybe because the president is from the south,
That is why the northern traditional rulers are speaking out. Were they not speaking out during Buhari government, the previous government? If I could remember, even the chief imam of a central mosque in Abuja was suspended because of he criticized the president at that time. So we stop all this kind of thing. I can never come today and start defending any politician. They put us into this mess. Maybe since 1999. So we should stop all this argument. Maybe because of from social places, why are they speaking out? They should know. The government should know that this is not about politics. This is about the reality of things that people are passing through. And I am telling you, they are pushing people to the wall, and the result will not be palatable for them. Thank you.
Thank you for your call. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Is this you? Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning to you. Please introduce yourself.
This is from Agigi.
This is who?
Miriam.
Miriam. Okay. My apologies. Go
Yeah.
ahead, ma'am.
Yeah. I want to speak on the trade money.
Okay.
So my own opinion is that I know very clear that even if they get to the allergy and pathology, the money they give the children is just a 10,000 out of it because the money will not get to them. Even before they can even give those people, they ask them for their PVC, and if they are not part of one party, they are not going to give it to you. Because it's happening in our area very well. You see some government officials doing some palliative. It's only for the people in their party they are going to give. If they are not part of the party, they will not give you. So the treatment does not go anywhere because bag of rice is now 80,000 naira. So what's the essence of giving us 50,000 naira? Even the 50,000 naira cannot even buy bag of rice. So they should just do the necessary things. And for the electricity hike, now there's no light and they want to add more money to the light. So I don't even understand. That's the general hospital. General hospital is like the consider because the common man cannot even go there for treatment again because the money they are charging them is even more than the one charging in private hospital. So we should just get things right this time. I think it's right time for everybody to pick up so that this government can get it right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Miriam, for calling. Hello.
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning to you, sir.
Hello, is that Cassandra?
Sage Babalola, that's my name.
Okay. Hello, my name is Pastor Jᴏɪᴜ from Mainland.
All right. Welcome, sir. Go ahead, please.
Please, can I speak about the insecurity in this our nation, Nigeria?
By all means, it's Open Mic Thursday. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Excuse me. I want to ask our nation, Nigeria, about all our generals, Nigerian Army generals, retired and serving generals in Nigeria. So if a civilian cannot come out and say what is right, our generals of the nation Nigeria cannot come and say what is right. I remember when we were in the Nigerian Army, I joined the Nigerian Army in 68 and I retired. When I retired, when we were facing Ojukwu and Biafra, we know what we suffered and what we conquered. Okay, look at men terrorizing Nigeria. Nigerian people cannot dictate us only when they send names of the sponsors. Generals of this organization Nigeria cannot take action. Generals of this our nation cannot take action. But when it was the time of Ojukwu, I know how we fought this war and keep Nigeria one. What is happening in Nigeria? All those are old soldiers, generals. They are not Nigerians again. So please, let Nigerian generals sit up and do something that Nigeria will be one again. For that time it was to keep Nigeria one is a task that must be done. Why is it not be done this time again? God bless you.
Thank you for calling. Hello. Hello, good morning. All right, please try to make it back if that was you. Let's take another one. Hello. Hello. Okay. Hello. I apologize, we can barely hear you. Maybe try to call back. I think that's what we'll have to do. Call back if you can. Hello. Hello. All right, whilst we try to figure that out, let's maybe just go to WhatsApp and take a couple messages. On WhatsApp, we have Kayode from Ikotun. He says, while the Lagos State retirees and pensioners contributed immensely to the development and growth of the state, they are languishing and suffering exclusive pains of unpaid gratuities and pension. The governor is busy giving money freely to traders. What sort of life is this? Thank you very much, Kayode, for your message. We have another one here on WhatsApp. Good morning, Mainland FM family. Odugbeson Kayode from Jakonde Estate Isolo. This government is not for the people. They only take care of the politicians. Why should a government take subsidy from the poor and share it to the governors that are not doing anything? This isn't fair. All right, thank you very much for your message. We have another one here. Good morning, Babalola. My name is Matthias from Mowe. You see, this country, if we want to be sincere to fixing the problems of the country, the first thing for us to do is to make sure that anyone that wishes to rule at government levels must bring their entire family to Nigeria, and anyone that his or her family doesn't live here should not contest. We are where we are because our politicians don't believe in the country. Imagine the president going abroad for treatment and holidays. Do other countries' president come to Nigeria for medical purposes? All right. Thank you very much for that. We have also on WhatsApp, good morning, Sage. My name is Sally from Oregun-Ikeja. Sage, look, the worst mistake and decision Nigeria made was going back to democracy. The democracy is not necessarily working in the country like it does in other countries. The politicians are okay. Thank you. They aren't ready to make this country work. And okay, thank you very much for your message. I'm sorry I can't take the concluding part of your text. And please, everybody is entitled to their opinion. If you don't agree, you can come up with a superior argument, right? But you don't necessarily have to speak to the personality of the person who gives the opinion. It's open mic Thursday. They can say anything they like as long as it's accommodated on radio. If you don't agree, you can disagree by presenting your own facts. Please do not speak to the personality of any individual. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. We have here, good morning, Mainland FM. The greatest challenge is that we're too selfish in the country. Look at the National Assembly trying to start parliamentary government. You see the selfishness. Why are they starting this now? So who would enter after they do this? We're not patriotic people. Victor from Ajao Estates. Let's go back to the phones and see if we have a handle on that. Hello. Hello. Yes. Morning to you.
Okay. How are you today?
Bye, Sapita.
Yes. I was online before. It cut off.
Okay. Please, in a minute, if you can.
Let me just try to summarize. Can I go ahead?
Yes, please. In a minute, please.
Okay. What I was trying to say is that the situation we are now, there is no time for delay. In law, you say that delay defeats equity. So there is no time for delay, and there is no time for Nigerians to wait for politicians to start meeting and discussing. The same people that cause our problem, we are tired of it, and what I recommend right now is both short and long term approach. Short term, which is immediately, is that all the politicians that the President Tinubu should take immediate measure to reduce the salary of the politicians. The political class, they should take half salary of what they are getting now. Because they are very rich. How can a politician be getting almost 2 million a month?
Thank you very much, Barrister Peter. Let's allow other people speak as well. You spoke before. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, Babalola. Good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Mr. Peter Omonte, nice to have you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask, is Sultan of Sokoto a member of the opposition party? Or the NBA, they are opposition party members? Or the women that they spoke in Ogun State the other day, that if they give them opportunity and they see the president, they will beat him up. Are they opposition party members? Those that were crying in Lagos, are they members of? You see one thing with the government, they know the reason to do, they don't want to do it. Why are we here today? Because insecurity was allowed to fester in Nigeria. Buhari didn't do anything. Yes, I agree with few people that say the northern leaders did not do anything then. But I know some of them spoke out then. They were telling Buhari that they were disappointed in him, that he did not represent them well, so they spoke out. The point for me I want to make this morning is this. There is a saying in my place that I won't be young if you could pick up and see. What does that mean? A hungry man does not hear the word of God. So that by the time you want to preach and is hungry. And what is the definition of a hungry man in a layman's language? They say a hungry man is a half brother to madness. And you know what mad people do? Like the Sultan has said, that they will no longer be able to contain their people. Because the hunger will make them become half mad. And when somebody is mad, he can take any action. I think the government need to sit up and listen. Because when it will boomerang, I don't think there will be. We don't pray for that too. Because nobody will say, oh, they are asking for Nigeria, they are asking for protest. No, but the Sultan has spoken. Everybody has spoken. I have spoken. Fuad Mauga has spoken. Can the government listen? Because Nigeria were not living on small 50,000 before. We went to farm, we cultivated, we feed ourselves. What is happening today? PC came up and insurgency. Drive out insurgents from the farm. Let people go back to farm and feed us. And finally, please, let all the elders in the country, Sultan, Yobon, Yobas, let them converge a meeting of elders forum and go and meet the president and tell the president in one voice. This is the situation. People are hungry. When they want to go to the street, we will not be able to contain them. I think that's what I would like them to do.
Thank you. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Mrs. Sage.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Mainland. I'm calling from Jᴏɪᴜ.
All right. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you. You see, in fact, like other callers used to say that I've been saying that the former president did not allow the farmers to go to farm because of the headers attacking the farmers, this, that. And we all understood that. Tinubu said he had capacity to bring all that under control. That was why he contested and he won. Is he now telling us that 9 months in the office of the president of Nigeria is not enough for how many bandits or how many bandits, how many Boko Haram and kidnappers have his government arrested and prosecuted since almost 9 months now? That's number one. Then number two, the Emir of Kano is sending President Tinubu wife to him to tell him that there is a in Nigeria. Who is the Yᴏᴜᴜ of Nigeria? The daughter of current president is the Yᴏᴜᴜ of Nigeria, and she knew everything that happened in Nigerian market. So you don't need to send the president's wife to the president. It is his daughter that have that responsibility to tell him that, Father, Nigeria has suffering. I am Yᴏᴜᴜ of Nigeria, and this is what is happening in Nigeria. Is the president telling us that there's no food in the market? Those are saying that because Benue and some other part of Northern are not able to go to farm, that Nigerians are hungry. No. Go to market now, if you cannot find food in the market, there is enough food in the market. What they are talking about is the price. That is what we are talking about. There is nothing like shortage of food in Nigeria. If you go to market, can you afford food? That is the problem. We should be sincere to ourselves. We knew there is an attack against farmer in the northern part of Nigeria and some other part of Nigeria. And if you remember, in Ekiti State, the kidnappers of all those monarchs, are they men? Up till now, we never knew.
Thank you.
Because we heard that some people are being arrested, but are they men?
Thank you so much for calling. Thank you. Have a nice day. Hello. Volume on your radio, please. Hello.
Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yes, morning.
Ajibola calling from Nicola.
Okay.
And it told me that Mr. Fuad is not in the studio. This is how it all began. I said Nigerian needs to have, we have to have, let me try to cut my faith. We have to reason along with our faith. It all began again, and because northern leaders are talking now, are they not saying the truth? Let's forget about sentiment of religious or ethnic sentiment. Let's face the reality. Stop all this nonsense. It's really appalling. It's really scary from my ear to ear. That because they are not talking now. Okay, thank God they are not talking before, but they are not talking now. Let everybody embrace each other and live because they are Hausas, they are Netherlands. No, let everybody speak in one voice. This what they are doing is wrong. The man I talk now is making a lot of sense. He has a problem that insecurity is at its peak now. To now add a violence or a protest to it, it should not be it's not more like a keg of gunpowder. This is a keg of bomb powder. This one will be more than gunpowder. So let us give ourselves a calm sense and reason along with each other. It's not talking about this. See, if they increase the electricity tariff now again, you know what will happen to the situation of the country. Nobody can do a successful business now in Nigeria because the power is too expensive and the fuel is and the naira is not even available anyway. Now somebody is not giving us a good point and not telling us where we were there when Buhari is in power. No, this nonsense must stop. I really pray that we really have our thinking set right.
Thank
God bless this nation.
God bless you too. Thank you so much for calling. I'm going to WhatsApp now. Sage, I greet you exclusively on power and electricity subsidy. The last time we recharged was more than a month ago, and our card only got finished yesterday, despite being a public compound with just one prepaid meter. It looked as if the 17K card really served us, but in reality, it is because there is no power. I know that the discos will experience a drop in sale of recharge cards, as customers won't have to recharge since there's no light. I pity those using estimated billing because they now push the burden of payment on them. Sage, we're sleeping outside now, even with light, because we don't trust them when they bring it. What else does the common man in Nigeria enjoy? Removing electricity subsidy now means we'll be paying ×5 of our already outrageous bill. I wonder how Nigerians are even surviving and navigating these times. Sage, maybe you don't have any wahala. May God help us. James Ogwena from Oshodi. You don't know me. You don't know that, but thank you very much for your message. Another one here. Good morning, Babalola and Fuad. The way the government keep using their system to destroy the country is alarming. Even the Ogun State governor is saying he wants to share money as well. Are we not ashamed of ourselves? The naira free fall against the other world currency, but our politicians are here acting like they're living in a different world. Ademola from Ikotun. Thank you very much, Ademola, for your message. Another one here. Good morning, Fuad and Sage. Until we go back to the rule of law to practice what we preach, equal right and justice, all we will do is continue to talk and talk. OJZ from AJ City, thank you for your message. Hi, Mainland FM. My open mic is about resource control. I would like to believe that's what you were going to write, but resource control. In economics, how can we have resources abundant in the country and we're still wallowing in debt? Nigeria is a typical definition of resource control, which means that the resources in the country is the reason of its own downfall. I am so sorry. I'm trying to I don't know how to put together your message. If you'd be kind enough to rephrase it and resend it so that I really understand what you're telling me, I promise I'll go back and read it. I don't understand what you're trying to tell me, but thank you so much. We have here, top of the morning, Sage and Fuad. It's pathetic, the state of the country. How more patent and tangible can it be that the Nigerian government has no empathy or concern to the suffering of Nigerians when they even boost the common people's burdens? Indeed, when the righteous rules, the people rejoice. So terrorists now have more field days in Nigeria, the same terrorists that the government keep romancing. If restructuring does not happen in Nigeria, it will spell doom and devastating catastrophe for the country in the nearest future. With the present trajectory, the worst is probably yet to come, but God forbid. Great analysis, Fuad. Great anchoring as always, Sage. Leke from Alimosho. Leke, we appreciate you for your consistency on every single show. Thank you so much for your participation. Let me do Facebook for a bit, and I'm so sorry, you're going to have to bear with me, the phone line people, so that everybody, is able to contribute. So I sincerely apologize. We have here Onotoye Michael on Facebook saying, I wonder why APC, whom before becoming a ruling party went as far as organizing people to protest against the PDP administration, and now they are coming out to condemn criticism from opposition party and citizens who keep shouting, we are hungry. They need to stop this blame game and swing into action. The insecurity of this same administration, which on May 29 announced that fuel subsidy is gone, can come out again to say that they've spent over 705 billion on subsidizing the same fuel, even when they made us understand that they have saved so much trillion of naira from the removal. Another is the information where the NERC said discos have overcharged customer for energy not used and they should be refunded, only for us to hear that the government is planning to remove subsidy on electricity. Well, the removal is not an issue to Nigerians, but the big issue is that customers should all be given prepaid meters before the claimed electricity subsidy is removed. God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much, Michael. Dayo Dada. All right, Dayo Dada, thank you very much for your message. All right. Tony Ajishegiri says, good morning, Mainland FM crew. I have my fears for the country. I'm unable to see any concrete plan to drive this country towards economic growth. We are in a kakistocracy, or at best, a plutocracy. We see clearly class conflict, corruption, unmitigated greed, selfish motive, deliberate avoidance of social responsibility, productive investment to drive growth. I'm so worried that we might have a not so great government in place after the bad one that ended in May of last year. Thank you very much for your message. We appreciate you. And now back to the phones. It's Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. This is Mainland Focus. It's Open Mic Thursday, so you have the opportunity to speak your mind on any story of your choosing for 2 minutes. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. My name is Sage Babalola. Let's go back to taking phone calls. Hello. Good morning. Hello, you're live. Hello? Okay. Yes, good morning to you.
Yeah, Joe from Barigano.
Welcome.
Yes, you should remember, I'm not trying to compare. If you remember, we are in a gym. Our life, a little bit it was very, very good. What went wrong immediately Omeloko took over? What is actually the problem? What is the problem? Is it the gas or what, or the TCN? What actually went wrong? Because we were in a team, something a little bit improved. You see, I don't know. Let us always ask questions so that they will tell us. They will not come on the line and tell us. If you ask, they say everybody believes as if you don't care, the president doesn't care, even the minister in charge. He doesn't bother him. I don't know why. Come on the studio. Call them on the studio. They should come and explain to us what is happening with the electricity in Nigeria. If it's possible for us to employ the British or the other foreign counterparts, we employ them to come and handle our power. It's getting out of hand for 21st century. We don't have light. It's terrible. Nigeria, wake up.
Thank you for calling. We appreciate you. Hello. Hello. All right. I'll make you back if you can. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning. All right.
The power challenges are quite enormous. Because if we look at it critically, we will find out that presently, Gencos are being owed 1.3 trillion. Gas suppliers are being owed $1.3 billion.
Yeah.
So if you put that together, that's about almost 2.6 trillion. Meanwhile, our subsidy under the budget is just 450 billion. How do we reconcile that? Because it's clear now that the IOCs are not willing to give the Genco gas, because NBET is clearly also the Genco about almost 1.5 trillion. So that's the general quagmire, and it then behoves and falls back on everybody to ask, are we paying the fair share of the pricing of power? Because if you look at it critically, you find out that an average household needs about 500 kilowatts of power daily. If you look at it and calculate it, that would be probably about 80,000 naira money How many people can afford that? To be able to enjoy 24 hours power on unfettered power in a country that over 95% of the working class earn less than 100,000. So it just simply tells me that probably we are too poor to be enjoying 24 hours power. Presently, that's what it says. Because in truth, yes, can the government account for it or be able to pay for it now? Yeah, maybe not, because it's challenging. But government itself too has to ask itself when it comes to profligacy. And those are the kind of challenges we face. Siemens deal is still there and it's been brought up, but you also need funding to run that. The metering problem and all of that ties themselves to the depots. So it's a myriad of problems, and that industry needs money, needs a lot of funding to be able to help it kickstart. And if you are looking for investors to come and put their money in there, they will tell you that the cost of electricity is not rightly priced because what we are paying is too small. So that's why investors have run away from that part, and that's part of the challenge we are facing. So it's a myriad of problems. I would expect that government needs to begin to find a way to get themselves out of there, sell their stocks and probably hold about maybe 10%.
Thank you.
Allow investors to come in and run that business.
Thank you.
Then we begin to increase payment of for power, start in bits and pieces, so that over time we'll get to it and we'll pay the normal price we are meant to pay.
Thank you for calling. Hello.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Sunday from Okota.
All right.
I'm going to be very quick about it. See, this problem is, if you fix light, fix power, this problem will go down. And again, when this man said he was going to remove a subsidy, everybody was happy. He didn't remove it because he wanted to fix the country. He removed it because he eyed that money that, hey, such a huge money is going into the pockets of some individuals. No, I should be the one in charge.
We don't know
it's not
that.
Because this man
that's a very hefty allegation.
That is it. That is what the truth is.
It's a very hefty allegation.
I said the same Adelabu's son, except I'm wrong. 괰ᴏᴜs or whatsoever. I don't want to believe that is the son clamoring for removal of subsidy on electricity that we don't even have. Come on, you people just want to strip us of everything that we can benefit from the government. Western world, those Western countries, they subsidize food, they subsidize power, they subsidize even fuel for their citizens. And look at what we have here in Nigeria. It is so bad. Can you imagine? Now, NLC is saying, okay, let us go on strike, and people are saying, oh, NLC, they are on their own. What do Nigerians really want? What do Nigerians really want? You don't have anybody fighting for you, and you have some people who call themselves NLC. They want to fight for you, and you are saying, no, they are compromised. No, so why are you complaining? Let us all die. No, let us all die.
Okay, I mean, come on. There's limits, self-control, restraint. I get it, but sometimes it's good to appeal to our sense of restraint when we're speaking on public platform. That's enough. First, you lay out these hefty allegations against the president, and then you go on ahead to say, please, it's radio. This is not a conversation with friends and family in the living room or something. We have to be very circumspect, our choice of words and everything. I get it. I'm not trying to dismiss how you feel, but please, let's be very, very conscious when we're speaking. There's thousands of people listening to us, and people interpret things differently, and then they would reference that reaction to the conversations that we have here on radio. So these are not our opinions. It's your opinion, but then you're using our platform to propagate it. So we have to correct it the very instant you do it. So please, if you're calling, do the best you can to appeal to your sense of restraint. Use words that are not too aggressive. Don't accuse people of things if you don't have evidence to substantiate it. It's simple, so we can have decent conversations on radio without having to interrupt each other when we're speaking. But thank you very much. I hope that we'll do that moving forward. Let's take more phone calls. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, morning.
Good morning. This is Gostin from Boston.
Welcome. Please go ahead.
Okay. In the subject talking about the electricity, if I may ask, how is other countries that are not richer than Nigeria enjoying their electricity and we are back in power? So, I just made mention of, government, IMF telling us we should, please, the government, they shouldn't even try taking getting subsidy of electricity. They want to throw the country into catastrophe. Serious one. They should, as Mr. Fuad rightly said when he was analyzing the paper, they should take all the unnecessary budget allocation into the budget, those CAPAC and innovation of track and the rest. They should take that money and subsidize electricity. Now, even the electricity we are talking about, the electricity, we don't have the electricity. In my area here, they barely bring light 2 hours or 1 hour in a day. Sometimes you don't have the light. Here you come in a 2-room apartment, you pay 7,000, 8,000. And they say they want to take off the electricity. Who does that? Now, coming back, you visit other countries where you see them enjoying electricity. Sometimes I ask myself, what is holding Nigerian back from getting 24-hour electricity? I was in Ghana when Fashola then was a minister of electricity or something. He came to TV3 in Ghana. They taught him how to power Nigeria. They taught him how they power the electricity over there. He came back here, nothing was there. You know what? If people know what to do, they do the selfishness and irresilience of what to do. This is what is taking us back. Thank you.
Thank you for your call. Hello. Hello.
Sage.
Yes.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Nigeria and Benin Republic. Which country is more richer? Benin is enjoying 24-hour power supply and their citizens are paying for it. Is the indigenous and citizens of Benin any more than Nigerians? In Ghana and Nigeria, which ones are more richer? The citizens of Ghana are enjoying 24-hour power supply. They have just marked 25 years of power, consistent power in their country, and they are paying. Central African Republic is having 24-hour power supply. Are they more richer than Nigeria? Are their indigenous more richer than Nigeria? So people coming on air to tell us that we are not having 24-hour power supply because we cannot pay for it. I don't get where that statistics are coming from. Instead of these people to get to work and give Nigerians the dividend democracy, they will come on air to which the head of their own head, not mine. Because there is no way they can convince me, or their propaganda machine can break me down to the extent of it to believe their lies and deceit. It's unfortunate. See, it takes nothing to give us 4 power supply, and Nigerians will pay for it. And we even are paying with estimated bidding and the campaign and everything is over. This is time to work, and we are yearning for paying. It's a lie on the pit of that's
Thank you very much for your call. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Thank you for this opportunity. My contribution is very simple. You see, just like the last caller said, there's no big deal about, the generation and supply of electricity and provide electricity for themselves. There are a lot of examples among us here within the country. There's a big deal about this thing. I think it's just the willingness of the government, not to really sit down to look at these issues critically in a way of finding a lasting solution. The issue is not being able to find a lasting solution. Everything has been monetized. It's all about politics. It's all about politics. It's all about politics. And like I always say, there are two ends. There are two ends to, politicking. There's the service end and there's the business end. Unfortunately, our politicians are concentrating only on the business end. They just want to get money at the expense of the poor masses. The service end is always and has always been lying fallow. Nothing has been done. And that is why you find out that the issues are boomeranging now on the citizens. It's boomeranging on everybody. People can no longer be able to afford the basic necessities of life. You people are talking about food. What about drugs? Drugs that used to cost about 800 naira around January. As I speak to you today, it's about 800, 2,000 naira. What do you talk about? How can you reconcile that? People are dying. People cannot afford drugs. We are in the industry. We see these things every day. Drugs are not on the shelves. A lot of drugs in the marketplaces now, if you go to the open market to buy drugs, a lot of drugs are fake. Companies are no longer breathing. Companies are finding it very difficult to bring in drugs and raw materials. So what are we talking about?
Thank you so much for calling. All right. Well, let's take our last call for the day so that we can finish things up by looking at the Facebook and WhatsApp platform. I think that's fair. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good morning. Mr. Okangweli?
Mr. Okangweli. Now for this heat.
I know, right?
I don't know whether your own side is different.
It's hot everywhere.
Even the egg that I bought and put in my kitchen. When I came back yesterday, my wife told me that the thing has cooked itself.
Let's calm down.
I'm telling you, we are not kidding here.
Let's calm down, Mr. Okangweli.
Just give us light. Look, let me tell you. I went to Ghana the other time. About 3 or 4 weeks ago. The hotel I lodged, they didn't have generator there. When I asked them, they said we don't need generator because we have light. That is how Nigeria has gone down. Now there's no light at all. They don't even give it. Even the flashing on is not there again. It's so terrible. I'm telling you, I wish I would just leave this country for you people.
And
yesterday. Hello?
Yes, go ahead please.
They said they have released the food from the food reserve. And they want to share it to the vulnerable Nigerians. They have started again. This is what they did the last time when they removed resources. They said they shared food. They were giving rights to some people. We didn't see it. So they want to release them to vulnerable again. So how would that one affect me? I'm here suffering. It's so terrible. So yesterday I bought a Valentine gift for you and Sandra. I don't know when you go. I bought two tubers of yam. One for each of you. I don't know when you will come and collect it. That's all I have for you.
Mr. Okangweli, have a lovely day. Thank you so very much for calling. We appreciate you. All right. I'm going to go to Facebook now. There are a few messages there. Bilade Ambo says, Sage, are we waiting for rice to eat Are we waiting for rice to hit 100,000 naira per bag before we start admitting the truth on the high cost of food prices? The northern elders have spoken the truth. I pity the ostriches among us that have their heads buried in the sand. Ebilade Ambo from Badagry, thank you very much for your message. Deji says, please, I think it is the best time to stop religious and ethnic talks. Let us join hands together and speak to the government. All right, thank you very much, Deji. Kunle Kayode on Facebook still says, are you ready to pay 80 to 90,000 naira monthly as power cost? If you can, you will get. However, we are too poor to pay such amount. The government is owing Gencos over 1.5 trillion. NBET is owing about $1.3 billion to Gencos. The government is also owing Discos. Discos cannot meet up with their demand. It's a vicious cycle. If you need power 24 hours, you pay for it, or else we will not get more than 3 hours per day. Nigerians want power, but they don't want Discos to increase tariff. We have a long way to go. Investment is non-existent in the industry. Wahala deal. This is according to Kunle Kayode on our Facebook platform. Let me go to WhatsApp where we're going to round things off. I apologize. Please give me a few minutes. Okay. We have here, good morning, Miss Sage. Please, I want to ask, what is the full meaning of DISCO, the company in charge of electricity in Nigeria? DISCO, distribution company. That's DISCO, the distribution company. Gencos, the generating company. TCN, the transmission company of Nigeria. That's what it means. Thank you for your message. We have here, good morning, Sage and Fuad. On the statement of the Emir, honestly, the man is saying the truth. How long did President Tinubu and his cabinet... Okay, I'll move away from that line. Nigerians are badly hungry. They're living in abject poverty. How long would they wait for this government? A hungry man is an angry man who can do anything. It's better for this government to act fast before things get out of hands, because once the people begin to react, it might lead to something which we cannot control. I think that they're out of ideologies and they don't know how to run the country. If they don't, let them honorably resign and let the poor breathe. Damilola from Alaba. Thank you. I deliberately had to take out a few parts of your messages. They were not very radio friendly. I hope that you would understand. We have here, good morning, house. I will never believe a word coming from the ruling party. I don't trust them. Thank you very much, Mayor from Ikotu Egbe. We have here, Sam from Magodo says, good morning, Sage. This government should stop sharing petty money to Nigerians, and Nigerians should also stop collecting money from the government. What Nigerians need right now are good policies and basic amenities. The government knows what to do to fix the country, but due to greed and corruption, they're refusing to do the right thing. Sam from Magodo, we appreciate you for your message. Here, hi Sage. Okay, thank you very much for your message. I appreciate you, and I'm really sorry if I didn't take your messages. You would understand why I cannot take those messages. I really want to take the messages, but I cannot, because I would have to force myself to edit the messages as I'm reading them, and it's a lot of mental work, and I don't think I'm willing to do that right now. So just for the sake of both of us, just send messages that are decent, that I can read on radio, so it doesn't seem like I'm deliberately blowing you off. Just send messages that you can always put out your point without using words that are somewhat derogatory or are not nice for radio. Please, let's work together. But that's about all the contributions I can take this morning, actually. Thank you so much for your participation, the calls, the WhatsApp messages, the Facebook messages, amongst other things. I definitely appreciate you. Don't forget that conversation always continues on Mainland 98.3 FM. There are always programs that will give you a platform to air your opinion, inform you, educate you about happenings in the country, as well as what's going on in international communities. We're going on another commercial break. At 10 a.m. it will be time for Creative Nigeria. This is a program that focuses on the creativity of the country, the prospects that we have, tourism, amongst other things, the weather. It's a beautiful experience, and I implore you to join the program. At 10 a.m. it will be time for Creative Nigeria, but that will be right after the series of commercials that we have lined up for you right now. Sage Babalola is my name. The Morning Express continues. Don't go anywhere. We're still the sound of Lagos, Mainland 98.3 FM.